But Canterbury have taken a giant step forward towards the Meads Cup final success. A lot of work to do into the wind. A point not lost on Glenn Moore, their coach.
Well, Glenn, mate, unbelievable first half. Really, both sides have done extremely well. What was the message to your team?
Oh, I mean, we've just got to play footy, and we play our best when we keep the ball in hand. So, it looks like playing into the wind is not too bad, and it's certainly what's happened for us the last 2 or 3 weeks. So, it's just play constructive.
Is it something like use the short side a bit more? Are you going to use sort of the width of the field?
Yeah, we probably will use a bit of width, but we'll also get the ball to the middle of the park, and we think there's opportunity for us to switch the play back down the short sides as well.
Well, I hope it goes well for you, mate.
Cheers, Buff.
Thank you.
Yes, a very familiar figure, a former Mid-Canterbury flanker and, of course, coach of North Otago. They won the Division 3 final in his era, and also the coach of the Highlanders, so Glenn Moore back grassroots level, doing a great job with his side. There's 40 minutes of hard graft awaiting his side, and starting well with Smith getting possession for the Hammers and making it safe and sure. And they'll revert to the North Otago tactics of running it from everywhere and tapping it when the penalties come, and that's what Mackenzie's done. He'll get some help from Fleetwood. It'll be a question of whether North Otago have taken note of the best means, but the strong tackle off the ball is going to cost them another penalty, the Turbines. Manamana, he's been a danger throughout. He didn't expect the outside backs to feature much, but he has. Midfield and beyond have probed away for Mid-Canterbury, and the penalty will be forthcoming.
19 goal, tackle without the ball.
Yeah, we'll need to be disciplined clearly here at North Otago. Don't want to be giving away easy yards to Mid-Canterbury.
Just a quick update, Brendan, if the weather's changed at all in the half-time break.
No, still blowing.
You won't be going anywhere, though.
No, I'm really enjoying it. It's been a really entertaining match, regardless of the wind.
Fabulous game. Lambrix puts his body on the line, but too late. He was already knocked on.
Tukulua Tolo. Big prop from Mid-Canterbury, not able to get ball to hand.
Are you 19? Are you 19? Yeah, just don't take the man with
So, the scrums were fairly even, Pod, I thought, in the first half. Nobody really dominated that phase.
No, it looked like North Otago were going to get ascendancy there, but Mid-Canterbury stuck to their task, so certainly the lighter of the two packs of Mid-Canterbury, but certainly...
Here's Smith. They get a clean feed. Great shot of the tunnel there. No question about that being straight, so they will continue. With Tuinaruku, he's looked dangerous and offloaded the pass, but the Mid-Canterbury defence was lying in wait. Smith and Harris couldn't pull it in. So the turnovers come. Mackenzie has it. And Catherwood roaming up, making it available. Williams with support. Tolu on his own. Got the ball away, and then the forward player dropped it. Yep, forward.
It's all right, mate. It's all right. Head up. It's all good.
Plenty of chat. So the energy levels are still good out in the middle there. Both sides. There's Mid-Canterbury down the short side again, and that was the transfer forward. Tolo again, so he's getting active ball in hand in the second 40.
Good thing for the referee, Pod, he'll only hear what North Otago has to say, won't he? Because anything Mid-Canterbury will say will just waft off in the breeze.
Well, I think he's had quite a good game, actually. He's had a good first 40 minutes.
Yep, no real bones of contention.
Yes, mate. Straight, please.
Not easy, because he's had some unusual situations to adjudicate on. Now, Liebenberg might have gone forward. The referee says no. Brown picks it up. Alex Brown, late inclusion. Just one try in his debut season. He'll have another one finals time. Some solid hits in the clean out around the fringes today.
Backwards!
lost it as he hit the deck. So now McKenzie, he finds some help, and it's Ula, the open side flanker. More accuracy now from Mid Canterbury. Ball available, but now some thought for Cohane.
Yeah, straight off your feet, 12.
To have a look at the posts. He's a pretty strong kicker. I saw him in the pre-season match against Southland. He very accurate off the tee.
Shot.
He's got 105 points.
He's going to have a crack, Tom.
Well, again, Brendan, there's no real downside to this, is there, for North Otago? It's similar to Mid Canterbury's option in the first 40 minutes. As long as he gets this ball dead, there is no downside to it. If it doesn't go through the post, worst case scenario, they come back and they've still got good field position, the Mid Canterbury 22.
Yeah, and they've just got to keep chipping away at these points too. They really need their 23-7 down. I know it's only 5 minutes into this second half, but they just keep chipping away at them, and it won't take long for them to get back into this match. This wind is just so strong. He's going to have to keep his head down, do all the things he does normally on a kick when the wind's not around.
And try and avoid the distraction of the player lying on the deck. It's certainly going to get the distance. We knew that from the start. Just to the right of the uprights, but well worth the effort. And Chapot points out, nothing lost.
Oh, here they go. They've just essentially bought themselves 40 metres, Tom, and certainly difficult situation for Mid Canterbury from the restart into the wind. We saw the difficulties of putting the ball into the air when you're playing into it.
And you've got a player who's put in the miles that Murray Williams has. In the most difficult of conditions is when he stands up, and he did get good 15-20 metres out of that kick, which is a gain of some stature. And a fumbling error from the captain is frustrating for Darling and his troops.
Not too bad handling errors, so North Otago just on that. Well, Darling mistake, just taking the lead on that stat, but 15 of them given the conditions, Tom, not too bad.
Crouch!
He put him for McKenzie.
Point! Sit!
Too many resets either, so good to see. There's been no delay to play. McKenzie on the run. He's still going too. The defenders thought Manu Naliwa was going to be the man with the ball, and the halfback pinched some extra metres. Only just on their own side of halfway. Using those powerful loose forwards, Ula and Dampney and Northwest to get some yards. And Williams gets it quickly onto Catherwood, and a brilliant pass for a moment and away goes Magoon. He's looked threatening today without getting close to the line.
Yeah, foot and touch on that occasion, Magoon. Almost this time having a go at his opposite. And all but doing the job, Willie Magoon. But this is what Coach Glenn Moore talked to you about at half-time, wasn't it, Brendan? Going to the middle of the field and bringing the ball back the other way. And certainly initial signs saying that there are opportunities.
Yeah, it's just been very accurate, isn't it? We've seen Magoon a couple of times. He's got away with that flick pass back inside, and it just didn't quite come off then.
You can get away with those tricky passes into the wind, can't you? But because the wind's going to just give you a little bit of assistance to keep it straight, if not backwards.
Yeah, you did right. They've just got to... I think it's at both sides. Even with the wind, you've got to just be especially vigilant with hanging on to the ball and making sure your passes are crisp.
Crouch!
23-7. Remember, it took Mid Canterbury about 15-20 minutes to really hit their strides with the breeze behind them. So North Otago, there'll be some allowance for them to adjust.
Leave it.
To make some tackles first and get their hands on the ball. Ula, it's Tavita Ula, Tongan international. He's got one test to his name against Fiji.
We saw a bit of this in the first 40 minutes, but reverse roles. This time Mid Canterbury taking it into the contact Tavita Ulu was the ball carrier. North Otago getting their hands on the ball. Just as soon as the referee calls more, then you just hold on for dear life, even if the ball goes to ground. And the turnover comes. More replacements for North Otago.
Yeah, number 18, Leo Havili. He's come on. He's replaced number 5, Eric Duff. Eric Duff's played very strong in this first half into the wind for North Otago. So interesting to see what's the impact Havili has.
Havili, 33 years of age and 1.85 metres. Don't have a lot of height across the board, North Otago, but it hasn't mattered because the lineouts haven't featured much, except at the front.
Hold, Fakers!
Smith taps Tonga Tonga on the back, says, give me a kick. I just love kicking today, and that's well judged.
Yeah, certainly a good option to go to line-out time, because on your throw, it's certainly less than 50-50 opportunity, isn't it? Given there's only one real option to go to. So as a defending side, you just chuck your player at the front of the line-out, get him up early and try and put pressure on the side throwing the ball in.
You can see the players congested both sides at the front of the line-out, and a tap back from Smith for Mid Canterbury. It is in the field of play, and a big strong tackle from PE. A lot of pressure on Mackenzie. He did well though. Somehow they come up with the ball and Tolu put the pass in. So that's a good little riposte from Mid Canterbury, only to lose it on the ground as they were tipped up.
North Otago's defenders all to a man, letting referee Brendan Pickerel know in case he didn't see it. Under pressure from the line out, bringing it away nicely here. Tolu, who's been prominent early stages of the second 40 minutes, and there you see just the ball being jarred loose and the contact with the ground.
Both teams with great heritages, both formed in 1904. Mid Canterbury, formerly known as Ashburton County, changed to Mid Canterbury in 52. So 109 years in existence for each of them. Ball's been dropped forward, and North Otago just making a few mistakes. The advantage expired, so Kanafaridi was able to take toll. Certainly confrontational with ball in hand. Tonga got rid of it quickly. Suspect of a turnover here, and it will be via a penalty. Hand on the ground.
12 goal. Play the ball on the ground. Yeah.
Liebenberg, the man pinged, and off go Mid Canterbury.
Yep. Williams to Carr and across field. Desperate to keep it in the field of play. Another penalty. Not going 10 metres back from the original, or eating into valuable time for North Otago. Williams tempted to tap and run, but time is on their side, the Hammers.
John.
Dampney saying he wants a scrum. 5 times that captain's been in the Heartland team. That's how good John Dampney is rated at this level.
Yes, his versatility too. Tom has seen him at a season in the second row for Mid Canterbury. At his best though in the loose forwards role. Given the captain's armband this year, James Carr in the hooking position's been a captain before, but John Dampney certainly enjoying the role of leadership.
Certainly enjoy it more in half an hour or so if the score stays similar to what we're enjoying at the moment. But North Otago, we know how good this side has been since that early stuttering start, and they can hurt you, and Will Harris make sure they get that ball back, and a penalty.
Not rolling away.
Now the question is, do they take the 3 points? Surely they do. Plenty of time on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course you do. Catherwood's made his way up there pretty quickly too. He'll just wait for the nod from his skipper.
Shot.
Ralph Darling, and there it comes, the confirmation.
Well, Cohane's first chance was about 60 metres out. This is about 26.
So the mid-Canterbury era.
2 and
No
7.
accuracy at catch pass. Turnover came, and eventually they give away a penalty. So how's Catherwood's read of this wind?
There's both Carr and Ula not rolling away in that breakdown. It's over. It's over the posts. It's over the buses. And off to the beach. And the score 23-10. First point, second half. Go the way of the Turbines. Here they come.
And some changes here. Will Henry in 16 going on for TJ Harris. And Manu Ta'iti going on in number 20. And he's replaced Matt Duff in 7.
Thank you.
So Williams seems to have mastered the drop kicks into the breeze, as you saw there. Really gives it a good punch and not too high. Immediately, Taiti has got his hands on the ball. And they'll go short side. Cohane from fullback. Confident to run with purpose. Strong tackling. Put in by Magoon. Still the ball in enemy hands. Smith. They keep it close, as we saw so often in the first half. Effective at that. Habili. And turned over, but illegally so.
No clear release. No clear release.
Well, this will bring Cohane back to the kicking team, no doubt about that. Player back down and back play for North Otago. Brendan.
Yeah, he got one when he went down in the tackle. Magoon, when he made his tackle on him, and unfortunately he just caught one in the chops. I think he's fine though, but another big kick coming here, up here, Pod. Big kick in the situation in the game. 23-10. They really do need another 3 points to keep them in it. Hit the last one pretty sweet.
And I think for the last few seconds the wind's just eased off a fraction.
No. Oh, lovely strike.
Superb strike, in fact. And they're chipping away at that lead. North Otago within 10.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing, and that's all they need to do. Tom, 24 minutes still to go. There's the supporters made the trip up from Oamaru. They'll be happy. They'll be quietly confident with the way their side are going about their work in the second 40.
Restart, different direction. I'm not sure that Williams intended to be straight down the middle, but he'll be happy with the distance gained. And Liebenberg, there'll be a little bit of question as to whether he was inside or outside the 22. The referee's going across to confer. Nope, back they came. Just have a look at this, Pod. What do you reckon? Inside.
Inside, and then he ran it out.
The left foot, I thought, might have been behind the line, but yes, it would have looked like that from the referee's perspective, and fair enough. Good taken from Paulson, and they're going to drive on a very stable platform, although quickly to the deck it goes. Murphy made sure they weren't going to drive over the top of him. That pass over the top of everyone. A rare opportunity for Lambrix to have a run, and he's pulled down by Liebenberg.
Who's that?
The attack not over yet. Fleetwood muscles his way closer, and they're inside the 22 now. This is the end of the park. Mid-Canterbury want to play. And though North Otago have a chance to clear off the boot from this. Lots of great sport coming up on all our channels. Starting with this one, Canterbury Auckland Women's NPC final live today. Sky Sport 1, don't go away. It's a much awaited quality of those NPC finals in recent years has been superb. So Excitement Plus at 7 o'clock. Wellington, Canterbury. Live and expected to be an absolute thriller. South Canterbury Buller contest the Lahore Cup final tomorrow afternoon, 2:30 from Timaru.
We're not going anywhere for a while, Tom, here, because that's Simon Fleetwood down in the shot. Tukalua Tolu is down on the sideline. Here we go. There's what I've filling my Sky up with this evening. Tom, Armorall Gold Coast 600 V8 Supercars live and uninterrupted on Sky.
Is that 600 metres or 600k or what is it, 600?
600k.
Excellent.
600k.
It's going to take a while.
Yeah, but worth watching every minute of it.
England-Australia Rugby League World Cup starts in earnest. England, of course, poor build-up. Australia favourites. Wales play Italy at 4:30 live Sunday. Stand by for Sonny Bill in New Zealand. Starting lineup for him against Samoa. Live Monday at 6:45.
You can't wait. Rugby League World Cup.
Bind!
Kiwis defend their title.
Sit! Yes, 9.
And that's not all. We'll tell you about other sport later on. In the meantime, back at the Meads Cup final, North Otago hoping to clear their lines and done well by Cohane. He's got good distance and judged that very well indeed. Some 70 metres downfield.
Well, the secret to that, he's just kept it low pod, hasn't he? He hasn't tried to kick it high and let the wind do it for him. He's actually kept it low, taking the wind out of the equation. And it was a very, very good clearing kick for them.
We're getting to the end of the first quarter. The gap at half-time is 16. It's now just 10. This is about the time, Bod, do you think the team playing with the wind has mastered it? So you see North Otago continuing on their roll?
Yeah, look, I think they're already showing that they've made better use of the wind. We've seen that clearance kick to mid-Canterbury territory. They'll put pressure on the mid-Canterbury line-out, albeit that mid-Canterbury executing well, and they've executed again, but we're not going anywhere because the replacement player's still on the field.
Oh, and Xana Jones, number 22, he's gone on. He's replaced the vice-captain, Lemi Masoe, number 13 for North Otago. That's pushed Liebenberg out to 13. Fellas, who's been probably the most attacking back for North Otago today.
I don't think mid-Canterbury made a change yet, have they, Brendan?
No, they haven't, mate. They've left it pretty bare.
Well, they've got confidence in the guys that have got them in the lead. Just another 20 minutes to suck up, and it's hard work. Into the breeze. And the penalty will help them.
Yeah, well, they'll look to go quickly.
Mackenzie obliges. And Tevita Ulu to the ground. Fleetwood. Rafting. 2005, 2006, came back in 2013. We've got some experienced heads in the forwards and backs, mid-Canterbury. They'll need those wise words when the bodies tire. Williams gets a couple, goes to Dwayne Burrows, an early try scorer, threatening again over the halfway line. He's got beautiful feet as Burrows. He just slipped through a couple of gaps, unfettered. And a penalty for killing the ball, sealing it off.
Wow, that's a big penalty to give away North Otago because they had actually affected the turnover genuinely, and now they've turned the ball over quickly and mid-Canterbury are off again.
Manamana Naliwa, always happy to contest the contact area. Running with real strength. Ula, I think, over there. North Otago, just walking rather slowly around on defence at the moment. Don't forget how exhausting it was for them in the first 40. What petrol remains in the tank. Started to call on their reserves, so Williams spies a gap. Tackled by the halfback, slow it down. Manamana, no player close enough to offload to, so takes the safety of the deck. Tolu, clean out from Paulson. Clearance, but only one man out. penalty advantage right in front of the posts. Got to be tempting even from here. But they are determined. Ball in hand. Nordqvist close. They're holding it up. Is it down? Is it a try? There's determination. Is it at the base of the post? They're still scrambling for it. That suggests they haven't got the try. The referee says no, have a penalty instead.
Hold it. No, it wasn't over.
Well, there's a lot of activity there. Bit of a blow up. Nothing too much in that. Cody Nordqvist, I think it was worth coming upstairs and having a look, Tom, because he actually hit the post, but hit high, and knew that all he had to do was try and get it to the bottom of the post.
Just come in.
I think when they kept scrambling after, though, they put that doubt into the officials' minds. What was your instinct, Brendan? Do you think that?
Well, it probably was pretty close. It was a tough angle. So we've seen both sides here, 20 minutes to go.
We've had a bit of niggle now.
And there has been a bit of that, bit of niggle here. We'll see here. Some of the defence has been outstanding, really, from both sides. Great commitment to tackle and running with the ball.
Good determination there. Looking there, so he's hit the post there. No, actually.
Good steal.
Yeah, good steal.
It was the second go, wasn't it, Pod? We went and had a look there.
No, never got that down.
Never got that down, no.
Top refereeing.
Hold on, just wait. Offside!
Well, that man there deserves a pat on the back because, yeah, most of us were thinking go upstairs, but he'd seen exactly what we've seen 10 times over. No try.
Well, there was a bit of push and shove after that penalty was given, and I just saw Grant Paulson, who's been captain for the Turbos, Manawatu 2 Turbos, just saying, hey boys, calm down. We're 10 points ahead. We've got the penalty. We don't need to do anything silly here. Basic rugby. That's the calming influence you need of a guy who's been around a while.
Well, Williams, it's got a big banana kick, but it already crossed the crossbar. You see in the background there, enjoying the match, the Meads, after whom the trophy is named. And he'll appreciate the effort put in by Mid Canterbury to keep this lead to 26-13.
Well, about 6 from 6 in these conditions. Tom, we've talked about the influence Murray Williams would have on this game. He's been a huge influence, not only with his goal kicking, but certainly his general play as well.
Got a few changes here, guys. Logan Buddington going on in 17. We'll just see who he's coming off for. And Kora Tamana is going on in number 19.
North Otago need to score twice. Mid Canterbury looking after that ball so preciously. Not this time round though, conceding the turnover.
There's a more.
Good effort, North Otago there. And some good determination, got their hands on the ball carrier. And now immediately after conceding points have given themselves very good field position of North Otago.
Well, this guy at 19, Kora Itamana, who's gone on, is still at school, mate.
Yes, a couple of them. Ashburton College.
Yeah, big point scorer, big try scorer apparently, so be interested to see if he can make an impact into this breeze.
Hold tough.
North Otago. They need tries. To a quarter of an hour to go. Liebenberg, well, he scored one earlier. And they're quite content to keep it in hand. No kicks through today. You just cannot control them.
Hold Green. Put him out. Put him out.
Reserves, like McCulloch, adding their weight to the cause. And there's another one tidy. Been useful since his incision. Advantage for the knock on, that's all it'll be. During the tackle, Cohane hasn't hesitated to come in and join the fray.
Advantage is over.
So that knock-on advantage gone. McCulloch.
Backwards.
Gone backwards. Nobody in behind to tidy up. Yes, there is. There's the skipper. Still, it's been taken. Stolen by Mid-Canterbury. Chance to spread it here if they want to. Fleetwood puts his shoulder in to Liebenberg and rolls over the top of him. McKenzie fires it out. Williams keeps it going. Manamana is dragged down by the shoulders. Kept the ball alive. Some adventurous play by the Hammers. They've just got their tails up at the moment. Yeah, turned it over. Ball lost to Gonafaretti. Got it under control, the Turbines again after spending a bit of time in D. 16, a hefty shoulder from Henry, and then lost it at the next point of contact. Chance for Catherwood to make a name for himself, and it's a good one. He's standing tall and as long as he could, and then the cavalry arrived and got him to deck in time. Williams considers a pass and opts out of it.
No advantage.
Advantage was already theirs.
Where's the mark, Jamie?
It's a few hands on hips now.
Advantage from the knock-on.
Pace of this game starting to take its toll. Some big hits here, some big boys. Look at that. That's the replacement player. Ouch. Koroi Tamano.
This time last year, Mid-Canterbury lost the Lahore semi-final to South Canterbury. They made some progress, Bod, in that 12 months.
They certainly have.
Let's go, Locks. Come on.
Good outfit. Enjoying this aspect of the game, Tom.
Crouch.
Scrum time. We've had 24 of them, and not one of them has been reset.
Yep, well, that man, Brendan Pickerel, start turn. You don't say that about the referee very often, but he's done a superb job in trying conditions. Williams gets that pass across to Burrows, and Burrows with speed really made some penetration. Had support there too. And gave away a penalty. We're just holding on the ground too long. I think Magoon, the guilty party.
11 green, holding on.
Well, the pace, again, the pace of Dwayne Burrows on display there. The only bloke that could keep up with him was Willie Magoon. And then it was just that delay in the arriving cavalry getting there that allowed North Otago to affect the turnover.
Should mention North Otago's pedigree. They lost the Meads semi last year, so they too have stepped up another level. Lost it to the eventual winner, East Coast. They're a two-time winner of this competition, 207 and 210.
Well, Burrows playing his Blazer game today, Pod. He's had a strong game, hasn't he? Probably the player of the day for Mid-Canterbury at the moment. He's just been so strong with ball in hand. He really has set up a couple of beautiful runs.
Beautiful take from P. And it's not an easy thing today in lineouts. What have they got left? Tonga, no way forward this time round. Oh, the pass to Cohane. Well, the timing of the tackle, exquisite. Spot tackle at its best.
Tukalua Tolu, that's a prop. That's read that. That is a fantastic read. Comes from distance, knew exactly where the pass was going. And
Great desire.
Knew he was coming too.
Remember those days, Brendan? Hands exposed, ribs exposed.
Yeah, time to tuck up and wait for the big hit. Yeah, unfortunately that wind probably took it a wee bit further than he wanted.
10 to go, Meads Cup Final 2013. Hold on to your hats, literally.
Backwards.
Plenty of action to come. Manamana has done well again to get that initial impetus. They're on the front foot, the pass. An ugly bounce for Catherwood. It's tidied up by Lambrixton. He steps around the outside, stayed in the field of play. Catherwood and his support did well. Brimming with confidence. Fleetwood, not his first run for the big three. Oh, lost it into the excitement. of having some free space in which to run.
Brendan, you would have been happy with that. Simon Fleetwood in the midfield had the hands out ready to receive the pass. That's textbook stuff. Had the hands out ready to receive the pass, had a look up, saw the defender drift off him, knew there was a hole there, put the hammer down, then got a little bit excited.
Mate, he's actually run really well all day. He's been heavily involved. Every time he's got the ball, he's made yards. I've been quite impressed with him, but the best part about it is he ran with the ball in two hands. Kept the defence guessing, could have used it, but decided to carry on. Well done.
Crouch!
26-13.
Sit!
North Otago
Yes, 9.
have a lot of work to do now. They started the second half so well, just taking small chunks off the lead, but they really haven't put the MC Hammers under the sword. PE has done his best to keep the ball alive and succeeded. Little double round by the halfback. And Cohane facing a first 5 this time, and that's a much more friendly opposition, and he gets further because of it. Darling's pass across to Murphy. Every man who's over about 18 stones getting a run today. PE has really come on to his own in the latter part of this match, but eventually the mistake came. Mid-Canterbury defence is bending but not breaking.
Yeah, exactly that. Under pressure, Mid-Canterbury, but doing the job at the moment. And I'll tell you what, the longer this clock ticks down and the more that it becomes, time becomes North Otago's enemy. And Nelson last night, though, Tom, we saw a similar situation in the championship final. Hawke's Bay were behind by a similar margin, needing 2 converted tries to win the match. And they set up a grandstand finish. Could we have the same here this afternoon?
Well, certainly with the ability that North Otago possess, you'd have to say, yes, it's a chance. Phoenix against Jets, if football's your game, A-League is on screen. Sky Sport 2 with a home game on Sunday. And for the netball fans, there's still some international action to look forward to. New Zealand against Malawi. Silver Ferns just too good in the first against the Queens. And will be favourites for the second, but who knows? Sport's a funny thing. But yes, we've had one of the great finals last night to start the weekend off. And this hasn't been far behind in terms of intensity and excitement. And you've got to say well done to the players for adapting so well and still playing some top-grade football under pressure, finals pressure, weather pressure. Mid-Canterbury holding the ball with the intent to do nothing much, I suggest. Every second they can suck it in is a second they deny the opposition. What do you do, Brendan, if you're North Otago to try and break this?
Oh, they're really just got to get their hands on the ball. It's been so tough. You've got to admire Mid-Canterbury at the moment. They're doing everything right, but here's their chance.
Got to go for the tap, and they have. Here's Darling, the long loopy pass, the try forthcoming. Alex Brown in the corner. The comeback has begun.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Johnny, are you there?
Well, could be the pass, but first look, I gave it.
TMO, Johnny Rice.
Johnny, could you please just look at that last pass?
Look at the hands, not at the breeze.
My initial thoughts were no issues.
I agree, that's a majority. Wouldn't be fair to ask Brendan, he's a miles away. Watch the hands, that's what counts. Well, he's definitely passed that back for me. Well, on trajectory out of the hands, that's how they've told us they rule. That has to be a try, but I've been wrong before.
Hey, the other thing, the guy that threw that was a front rower. Let's give him some due.
Do you think we make some allowances?
That's an absolute pooler.
Still having a look, Johnny Rice. Had a beer with him last week. We discussed a couple of TMO calls.
Yeah.
Who won that argument?
Yeah, he's got it right again.
Yes.
Oh, well done.
That was a fair decision and completely consistent with the rulings for this year.
Well, 5.5 minutes, guys. 5.5 minutes for this North Otago team.
Fantastic is what I say in terms of a spectacle for the neutral.
Yeah, here we go. All the pressure now on fullback Ed Cohane.
That was an absolute ripping pass. Beautifully sized up.
What pressure there is on the young man. He's judged it well. He's judged it perfectly. There's just 6 points in it. You're so prophetic, Paul. It could be a repeat of last night's epic.
Well, this is it. They've set up a grandstand finish, North Otago. So all of a sudden, Mid-Canterbury side, they were travelling along nicely. The pressure's just been wound up hugely on them.
And number 16, Riti, has come on. He's replaced Simon Fleetwood, who ran like a 10 all day. Well done.
Well, they've got the ball. That's the first thing. Will Henry commanded the possession.
Take him back. Stop.
And Cohane has put it high. He's going to test. No chance of Catherwood getting in. He might be better off letting it go all the way over the dead ball line. Best thing that happened, the fullback got nowhere near it.
Of course, he'll say he read that nicely. Richard Catherwood, that was always his intention. He's still looking up at the sun saying, actually, I couldn't see it at all. But it's worked out exactly right.
That makes a man of the match, doesn't it, Bob? So
heartbreak, though. It was certainly the right option. Why can he just put nothing into that, Brendan?
No, he hasn't. It's just come off the ball sweep. And really, the bounce, even if it had gone forward, it was going to go over the dead ball line. That wind's so strong.
Well, that could be the lucky break the Hammers needed. They're starting to falter. What a finish. What a match it is to decide such a prestigious trophy. We don't know the result 4 minutes out. North Otago really driving, trying to turn it over at scrum time, but they've done well.
Hands out.
Daphne Aki available for Mackenzie. There's a suggestion of a knock-on, but nothing's been ruled. North Otago desperate. They may get one more chance if they can somehow squeeze it from the midst of the Hammer forwards, and they have.
17.
They're going to kick for the corner here because they'll get pretty close to it, I would think.
It's plenty of pointing. Mid-Canterbury are blowing up at the AR because they thought they had an offside situation that wasn't called, that forced them back into the close quarter stuff. A couple of phases before that, they're still going at it. They need to just shut down here and go on to the next job, Mid-Canterbury.
Down to halfway. Not as much distance as they would have liked. 50 metres and 3 minutes to cover that ground. First job done, top quality ball off the line out. Fotu Naraku was happy to just push it on. They are determined, North Otago, to keep this match alive. And a steal perhaps, Manamana Naliwa. He got in there and snatched it. And Tolu makes sure they keep it. Inside the North Otago half. Mid-Canterbury get a break again. They've had two. And one of them was due to that man's initiative.
Play on through the middle.
Everything's being done under great pressure. Nerves will be rattling. And they've just got those 2 minutes. Daphne, there's no way they'll get the ball off him. To drive, it's available. It'll be a player off their feet. It'll be a penalty to Mid-Canterbury. They might as well fluff around for a minute or two, no?
Straight on the side. Yeah, about a minute.
Of course. Yeah, they're saying about 60 seconds.
1.5.
Well, set a scrum, surely, yep. Because that's the thing that's going to take up the most time. Dampney again, showing his leadership qualities, just asking how much time was left. Gets the message from Referee Pickerel immediately says we'll have a scrum then, thanks.
Can you just do a time check there?
Time to have a rethink about strategy. And Otago need the biggest and best scrum they can muster for the season. It's got to be one that turns the ball in their favour.
Well, the last scrum with Mid-Canterbury ball, they certainly did that. North Otago upset it, put Mid-Canterbury under pressure. They were able to maintain possession on the last occasion, Mid-Canterbury, but certainly as we head into the 79th minute of this, North Otago giving it everything.
30 years ago, 1983, when they last won the competition, beating Taranaki in the final, Mid-Canterbury. History to be made here if they can keep their cool. North Otago, with all that championship experience, know what they need to do in the final 60 seconds. And counting. Clean ball for Mackenzie. So the North Otago scrum was rebuffed. Manamananiliwa didn't hold on to the ball, but at least it went backwards as far as he was concerned, so that Catherwood could tidy. The Turbines, desperate to grab it. They've committed no one to the breakdown, hoping to get it on the fringes. It's only Jones with a tackle, but still it remains in the hands of the men in green.
Can someone give me a time check?
Checking the time with the referee. Mid-Canterbury are just concentrating on one thing, holding the ball, looking after it, making no mistakes. Tolu, some barnstorming runs from he this afternoon. Inch by inch, centimetre by centimetre, whichever you prefer.
Yes.
Ever so close to victory. It only takes one mistake. There won't be one. Murray Williams puts it into touch. And Canterbury meets Cup champions. The crowd erupt, and rightfully so. Plenty to celebrate. Set up the victory in the first half, put it away in the second. A fantastic change from North Otago, but smiles all round at Ashburton for the home side.
Oh, and he was one of their best. Penny Manu Niliwa, hands on heads, North Otago. They gave it their all. They set up the spectacular finish, couldn't quite pull it up. James Carr was impressive as at hooker for Mid-Canterbury. Certainly did his job in the tight turned over ball at crucial occasions to James Carr. But another very good spectacle. Both sides coming in with the right attitude. Difficult conditions dictated a lot of the way this game was played, but they stayed positive in their approach to both teams. We never saw a scrum reset in 80 minutes of rugby. So that's all about positive intent for both sides. And then when they had the opportunity, both teams wanted to play running rugby.
Well, the first 20 people I walked into through the gate said the game would be spoiled by the weather. It was not, because the 30 players that took the field, plus the reserves, made sure it was a game of high standard. They set aside those elements and they played quality football throughout the match. And Mid-Canterbury, just with a few key moments, were able to get that essential lead at the break. We didn't know whether it was going to be enough. We had our doubts.
Well, that was the question I asked at halftime. Was 16 points advantage enough for Mid-Canterbury at halftime? Certainly proved the case. They had to work very hard in the second half, though. I thought North Otago did make better use of that win, but Mid-Canterbury defence came to the fore, and North Otago couldn't take advantage as much as they would have wanted to.
Well, the crowd turned out in huge numbers here, and boy, they got in behind their side every time they touched the ball. And there'd be 3,000 plus, and they have been fully rewarded. A team that struggled in the lower divisions last year have come up and won the Meads Cup. And John Tapney, a hero today and throughout the season, is with Brendan Laney.
Well, John, magnificent effort. This wind was always going to be tough, but I thought the way you boys stumped up in that second half was magnificent.
Yeah, it's sort of, it was pretty hard today on the wind, and, we like to play with the ball in hand, and, it sort of probably suited us a bit, like to keep it in hand and run these boys around, and I'm just so proud of the boys right now. It's awesome.
Well, all the work that's done during the season, all the wins, but when it comes down to finals time, you just don't know how it's going to go on the day, do you?
Oh, definitely. And like last week, West Coast put us under pressure. And like North Otago, they came today and, they took it to us and, got a sniff early and, and glad our boys picked it back.
Mate, I tell you what, I thought your type 5 did a great job for you today.
Oh, they've been awesome all year. Like laying a platform, it's been brilliant. So,
well, mate, you couldn't be happier, and congratulations on winning the Meads Cup.
Cheers, mate. It's been awesome.
Well done.
Yeah, the smile told it all, and you saw a brief view of there, Simon Fleetwood running around with the flag, so there's celebrations aplenty. Not so for North Otago. Ralph Darling put in 100% effort, almost pulled it off with a try late in the piece, setting one up. He's with Brendan Laney.
Yeah, he did, Tom, and it was a tough game, I know. The second half was always going to be a big one for you. Unfortunately, just couldn't work quite past the post.
Yeah, no, they definitely played the conditions better. They had a good first half, and we let them get away, and we were never going to catch them.
I know the wind was tough. That first half, you started so well. You really got into the game early. Fantastic try by Liebenberg. Did you think that sort of set you up for that first half?
Definitely. That's the way we like to play. Throw things around and hope things happen. But full credit to Mid Canterbury today. They played the tight game and they deserve the win.
Look, you guys have had a fantastic season. I know it's disappointing and a hard one to do after you've lost, but I thought you guys played really well today. Well done.
Thanks very much. Yeah, I'm proud of the boys. We didn't get the result that we wanted, but definitely proud of the effort and all the players that stepped up this year. Can I just like to thank all the North Otago supporters that come all the way up for this trip. We appreciate the support all year. Thanks very much.
Good on you, mate. Well done.
Great sporting comments from Ralph Darling, but joyous aplenty here amongst the supporters of Mid Canterbury. They're the victors this afternoon, 26-20 over North Otago.